All right. This is Rockin' with Jammin. This was Jack Russell from Great White. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, buddy. Doing fantastic. Just sitting here in Denver, enjoying the sunny weather. It's a little chilly, but it's sunny, so I love it. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, but Happy New Year! Finally, am I right?
Happy New Year. Yeah, finally, huh?
Yeah, it feels like it's been 100 instead of 1 year.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, man. You ain't kidding. I'm glad to have that one behind us. I'm hoping we can look forward to some rock and roll this year, you know?
Yes, finally, because 2020 was basically like old rock back into the world. Because like a
Yeah.
whole bunch of people, like very famous old guys, were gonna do it. It's pretty good year. It's gonna be a good year if COVID didn't come.
Yeah, I know that whole COVID thing has really got us by the you know what. But we'll survive. I'm
Yeah,
just
we
hoping
will.
we can get out this year sometime, either summer or fall or something. I want to get touring, It's like I'm itching to get back on stage.
Any revolutions this year for this year?
Yeah, my resolution this year was not to make any stupid resolutions that I'd break in the next 2 months. So that would be it.
Yep, that has to be it for it. I know last year was terrible for all of us, but did you get anything positive come out of 2020?
Maybe a better outlook, a better respect for life and the importance of it. When you see a lot of people around you that are, I mean, I lost a few friends, this last year, COVID or otherwise, and it gives you a bigger appreciation for your life. At least I did. I think you know, it brought me closer to my family and close friends.
Yeah, this was a great year. Yeah, I got connected with my dad more because like it was school. Oh, then you just get 2 months.
Yeah.
School. It was just a big cycle repeat. So that
Right.
like that entire year of no school was great.
Took advantage of it, yeah.
Yes, I took a whole bunch of advantage of it.
Good for you. Good for
What,
you.
what would you like to accomplish in 2021?
I like to get a new record out. A new record of new songs. Um, get back on the road. If I can do those two things, I'll be a happy man. You know.
How have you been holding up during this quarantine?
As well as I can. I mean, there's been times where I've went through some serious depression. Just because you're doing the same thing every day, you don't really go anywhere. You don't see your friends. It's like being in a really nice prison. You know, I mean, basically, I mean, you feel like you're in prison. You really can't do much. I mean, if you want to be safe. I mean, there's a lot of people I know that just act like it's not happening and run around and, they're still going out and doing this and doing that. And I'm like, well, you got more nuts than I do because I'm not going to risk it. I'm 60 years old. I just turned 60 and, you know, it's, uh, it's a little different, I mean, when you're a little older, you think, man, I'm not as young and vital as I was before, so you never know if you get sick whether you're going to come out of it. That COVID stuff's pretty ballsy.
How was the new hip treating you?
Actually, it's great. I'm in great shape. Actually, it feels awesome. I mean, I healed up really quick. I'm walking around like I don't, like there was nothing ever happened. So, it's thank goodness. They want to do my other one now. It's like, oh, great. I'm the bionic man.
So you got a full recovery from surgery.
Yeah, yeah. I'm good. I'm good and done.
I know you're used to touring a lot. What is it like being home for so long?
What's the word I'm looking for? Horrible. Yeah, that about covers it. Horrible.
Definitely. Horrible fits its name right. What What do you miss being on the road?
I miss the fans. I miss the fans. I mean, I miss being able to communicate with my music. I miss singing. I miss my band. I mean, these guys are my best friends in the whole world, and I haven't seen some of them for, a year. I haven't seen some of them since the last show, and that was February 14th of last year. So it's been almost a year. So that's, I just miss my guys. Like I said, I miss the fans. I miss singing. Everything to do with it. Even the traveling, which you know, I can't stand. I miss that right now because it's been so long.
Have you written any music during lockdown?
Yeah, I've written a few things. We've got about three-quarters of an album's worth of new stuff. That we'll be ready to record. So I just got, I don't know, three, maybe four songs to write, but I've taken advantage of the time down, to work on new stuff. But there again, you want to work it out with the band, and you can't even do that. So, what it's going to sound like with the full band, I don't know yet. I won't know that till I get them all to sit there and play it.
When can we expect the new album?
That's going to be hard to say. I don't want to say this coming year because I really doubt that's a possibility. Um, just because we're not going to be able to get together for one and record it, and I don't want to do it piecemeal. I don't want to have some guy record his parts and at home, and then another guy record his parts at home, and then everybody send them in and put them all together. An album should be played down with the band live. I mean, the basic tracks at least should be the whole band in the studio playing together. And then you come in and do your overdubs. But I mean, the basic tracks need to be with the band in one room together. So until we can accomplish that, there's no point in, I can't really give you a release date. Probably more than likely, if I had to hazard a guess, I would say next year, not this year.
How is Great Zeppelin going?
Oh, that's awesome. We finished it. We're putting it in the record company's hands, and they'll put it out whenever they deem it's appropriate. I imagine they'll put it out pretty quick.
Quick? That's
But
good.
it came out really, really good. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, it sounds like a great song. Album.
Yeah,
Oh, album.
I got you. I got you.
Okay.
I understood what you meant.
What do you do to exercise your voice since you can't be on the road?
I worked with a vocal teacher for about 30 some years, and he kind of sent me on my way. He said there really was nothing more he could teach me, which was kind of nice to hear. Um, so now I teach other people, and that helps keep me in shape, but I do like you know vocal exercises, things like that, scales and whatnot, different exercises. I sing a lot, around the house. If I'm vacuuming or I'm just doing whatever, I'm always singing. It's like my wife's like, shut up, sorry, I can't.
Do you do it like this? Hey, I'm walking down the street and I'm doing something. I just do that every day. I just keep.
Oh yeah, no, I when I was a kid, I remember everywhere I would walk. I mean, I'd be walking anywhere because we used to just walk. We didn't, this is before after we got on the road riding bikes, we would just walk everywhere, because sometimes we'd have to walk places that you couldn't take a bike. Like the shortcuts would be like across a bridge, a big piece of pipe, or you'd have to go through some woods, and there's no way you could get a bike, so you have to walk. So everywhere I'd walk, I'd be singing something. I mean, all of a sudden you look up, you see some guy mowing his lawn or out pulling weeds, and here comes this kid walking down the street wailing AC/DC, and the guy's looking at me like I got lobsters crawling out of my ears. So it was. I mean, I sang everywhere. And I still do to a point. I mean, not as much as I did, but back when I was a kid, yeah, all the time.
When you break up with a band, is it kind of like a divorce, especially when you still have to see the people doing their thing in public?
Yeah, it's really difficult. I mean, for some people, I guess maybe it's not. For me, yeah, it was very emotional, and you know, still it still hurts a lot. It is like a divorce. I mean, because you get to be you get to be brothers. When you're playing in a band together, especially for many many years. And then when that ends, it can be very traumatic. On your spirit. That's what it was like when I split up with my old guys. That was really really difficult. But what are you gonna do? You gotta kind of go with the flow and you know just move on.
I personally think the singer is the band. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of great parts to a band, but the singer makes a band. Do you think without the singer, it's just the cover band?
Well, that's dangerous waters right there, my friend. Let me see how to answer that. Um, you know, I hate to say it, but I do agree with you. I think the singer is the one part of the band that is unique. I mean, pretty much any guitar player that's good can play any other good guitar player's riff and well enough to make it sound, it's indistinguishable. You go, oh, is that the original guitar player? No, it's somebody else. Oh, I couldn't tell. But obviously, each singer is going to have his own sound, um, that's uniquely his of himself. So, I mean, my voice sounds different than anybody else's voice. So anything that I've done, with Great White sounds like Great White. You take that element away and it's a different band. So, answer to your question, for the most part, putting it that way, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
When booking tours, do you and the other Great White have an agreement not to play around each other?
No, not at all. But our agents are, I think they're smart enough to not, whatever they can do, try to keep us out of the same areas because it's not good for either one of us. To saturate a market, so to speak.
What do you think? What do you think it's going to be like when touring starts again?
Um, One giant party, man. I mean, at least for me, no booze involved, nothing like that. But I mean, it's going to be great.
Oh,
It's going to be a welcome change from all this crap. I just need a stage and some people in front of it, and I'm a happy man. So, I'll be dancing on the ceiling.
people are gonna be so excited. People even got depression because of nobody got to touring. But so everybody's gonna be like, yes, yes, touring, here I come.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you.
I know some bands played some shows already, and a lot of people were upset that they did that. Do you think it's is safe to start to start or wait a bit more?
I think right now it's pretty inappropriate to do shows. I mean, judging by the disease and how it's progressed and the amount of people that are affected by it, I think it's like I said, pretty inappropriate. I think everybody should just stay home and not tour. Because I mean, obviously you're touring, you're pretty much subjecting an audience to being close to each other and you know not distancing at all. I mean, so those are the kind of situations that accelerate the proliferation of the virus. So it's I think it's a responsibility as a celebrity or artists that people come out to see, live venue to stay home until it's safer for everyone. As hard as that may be. I mean, I know there's a lot of bands out there that rely on the touring as their income, and I do too. This has not been easy on me, but it's I'm not going to go out there and subject my fans to a dangerous situation. So I'm just going to wait till we get the green light.
I think a lot of smaller places will be closed because they could not afford to stay open. And I think big places will not allow to be open right now, away because of restrictions. So that will leave all big bands and small trying to play the same venues.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a flood. I mean, there'll be a lot of bands coming out. I mean, for sure. I think though that what is unfortunate is that I have seen a lot of small venues shut down. Because they couldn't keep their doors open because there was no touring acts. And it's really sad because we've lost a lot of venues that have been around for years have had to close their doors, and it's really really sad how this has affected everyone. I mean, music venues, restaurants, I mean everything. I mean you think of musicians being out of work, that's one thing, but then you got to think of the domino effect. I mean, you have the clubs, you have the people that work at the clubs, you have the backline crews, you have the lighting guys, the PA guys, the guys that sweep the floors. I mean, the bartenders. There's so many people that are put out of work because of this, and I think the greater public doesn't really understand that it's not just the musicians. It's so many other people, and that is true of every industry, not just the music industry. It's really sad. This is a major, major deal, and some people are taking it like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, and just taking like it's every other day of the week. But this is a really, really big deal.
Uh, do you think bands will get paid the same restrictions and play in different size venues?
Pardon me, I'm sorry, I missed that there.
Do you think a band will still get paid the same with restrictions and playing different size venues?
Yeah, it all depends. I mean, obviously, if you're Charles, let's just throw a number out there, an arbitrary number. Let's say if you're getting 20 grand to play a 1,000-seat venue. Obviously, if you go into a 500-seat venue, you're not going to be able to charge $20,000 because the money's not just there, unless you're charging an exorbitant amount for tickets, which is unfair to the audience. And I mean, tickets are expensive enough already. So hopefully that answered your question. I don't know.
Do you think do you think do you think ticket prices will go up because of it?
I certainly hope not. I can't really predict that. I know we're not going to be charging anything different than what we're not going to take advantage of people being starved of music and go, okay, well now we can charge even more. That's not what we're going to do. We're just going to, what we charge is what we charge per certain type of venue, So I'm not going to get greedy and take advantage of and be gluttonous, because people are starved to see music. It's like, you want people to come back and see you. You can't rape them.
Yeah, you are so right about that. You are so nice, man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I bet it will be hard to book a full tour. The book a full tour.
Yeah, well, you know what the good thing is for us, and if I cut you off, I apologize. The good thing for us is we don't tour like that anymore. We just do fly shows. So we'll leave like on a Thursday. We'll play Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, and then we'll fly back home and we'll just do that. So, I'm not going to get on a tour bus again. It's too hard. It's just too hard on my body. It's too hard. It just, there's no point in doing it that way. Besides, we make better money if we're just doing fly shows because you don't have all the expenses of a tour bus and, all that stuff. So.
Because of every state, it has to be hard for touring musicians, not knowing when they can work again. I heard David Crosby say he might lose his house because he can't make any money touring.
I'm sorry, I totally missed that. I've got people talking in the background.
Oh, it's okay. It has to be hard for touring musicians, not knowing when they can work again. I heard David Crosby says he might lose his house because he can't make any money touring.
Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, it has been hard for everybody. I mean, because, with the loss of revenue due to lack of record sales was bad enough, so that put all the weight on touring. You had to make your money off touring. And now that people, we're not touring anymore, if you don't have some kind of a savings or whatever to live off of while we're not playing, it's really hard. I know a lot of people who are in, bad shape, fortunately, knock on wood, I'm okay right now, but it's not going to last forever, so we need to get back to work, so, please God help,
Now I have some questions, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I know you talked about it before. What went through your mind when the fire started?
I'd really rather not get into that right now, only because, no offense, it's just been so long ago, and I pretty much said everything I could say about that, and I just it's just such a sensitive subject for me. It just hurts really bad when I speak about it. So if we could possibly just not go there, I would really appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, sure, man.
Thank you, brother.
I'm so sorry if I.
Oh no, you don't apologize. I mean, you're just being a journalist.
Yeah.
I get it. So don't even worry about it. No harm, no foul. I love you. It's all right. I just talked about that so much.
Yeah, I know it can be rough. I'm sorry if I.
No, don't worry. Don't even worry about it.
Out of all the covers you have done, what made you choose Ian's Hunters, Once Bitten, Twice Shy?
It was just an idea we had. My manager was pitching the song to us, and I had never heard it before, but I remember riding around with Izzy Stradlin in his car, and he was playing it for me. And I went, you know what, this is kind of a cool song. So, we decided to cover it. We had the albums that we just finished the Once Bitten album, and we were working on Twice Shy, and never realizing there was a song called that, until it was pitched to me by Izzy. I never had a clue that there was a tune, called Once Bitten, Twice Shy. It was a minor hit on the East Coast. And, I never heard of it because I lived in California, so it was never on the radio out there. But it was an obvious tune to play with, having an album called Once Bitten and then the next one called Twice Shy. It was an obvious choice for a cover song.
That song has been played hundreds of millions of times. Can you live off of the royalties?
You know what? Actually, the royalties go to Ian Hunter. He's the one that wrote the song. So, we get performance royalties. Like every time it gets played, I make a certain amount of money because of performing it. But as far as the publishing goes, the real money, that's all being made by Ian Hunter.
Do you guys ever talk? Are you guys friends at all?
No, we had lunch together one time many, many years ago, back in 1984. We rented a drum stage from him for our tour with Judas Priest in '84.
Oh,
But that was the only time I've ever met him. I know there was a story though going around. He said that we did an interview once. He said that when he would go out on tour and play Once Bitten, Twice Shy, that the fans would come up to him and say, "Hey, why are you playing that Great White song?"
I see you were. Did he least pay because you made him so much money?
Pardon me?
Did he pay at? Did he at least pay because you made him so much money?
No.
For lunch. For lunch.
Oh, pay for lunch. Oh, at that point we hadn't actually done the song. We didn't do the song till '89.
Oh.
So yeah, we were just renting a drum riser from him. So I think we went Dutch, if I remember.
I see you are pretty active on social media. Is it fun playing those songs and covers?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love doing that. You know, I love playing other people's songs. You know, I mean, a good song is a good song no matter who wrote it. So, you know, I never mind doing that. You know, it's always neat to listen to somebody else's musical perspective, you know.
What is your favorite memory from playing the show?
My favorite memory from playing a show. Wow. Okay. It was 1988, and we were playing the Forum in Los Angeles and in front of 20,000 people. And my actually Bobby Blotzer from Rat came out on stage and handed me our platinum album for Once Bitten in front of our hometown in Los Angeles. That was an amazing experience, having your platinum album handed to you when you're on stage at your hometown in front of 20,000 people. So yeah, that's my best on stage memory.
That's awesome, dude. That's pretty cool.
It was.
What's next for you? Oh wait, what's your worst?
Worst memory? That would have been December 5th, 2009. That was on my birthday. I tripped on stage and fell down and shattered my left femur. I had to finish. I finished the show on a stool. Obviously, that's being the worst memory, aside from, you know, the real worst memory, which I didn't want to talk about, would be the fire. You know, that obviously is the capper of all bad memories. You know, nothing could ever come close, you know, to that.
What is next for you?
What's next? Just like you, my friend, just waiting it out to see what happens. You know, just sitting here and in limbo, trying to figure out what's going to go on with the world. You know, trying to stay safe and keep my family safe. You know, just hanging out with the missus and, you know, watching the world go by.
I was looking at old pictures of guys. You did the big hair '80s look, but how did you stay away from the makeup like the other bands? Like this?
You know, I just never was into that. I just didn't. That was not my thing. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know, wasn't what I'm into. You know what I mean? Keep the makeup. So I'll keep the makeup on my wife, not myself. You know, if I get any makeup on me, it's from kissing her.
Did any of other bands were like, how dare you not play the makeup? This is the hidden style of rock '80s. Did anybody was like that? Was anybody?
No, not really. Not really.
How did my followers follow you?
You know, you'd follow me on my Facebook page, or on what is it, Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram.
What is it? I'm sorry, no, not Instagram, but
Twitter?
On my webpage, or
Facebook.
I think it's jacksfreewhiteband.com. And then Twitter or whatever.
Oh, Twitter and Facebook. Wait, no, not.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, Facebook too or no?
Facebook, yeah.
Okay. So thank you for being on my show.
Oh, hey, no problem, man. No problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, dude.
Anytime, anytime. You just let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. So, no problem.
So I hope the next time we talk is at the backstage of one of your shows, dude. Peace. It was
Yeah.
really nice talking to you, dude. Oh, you are such a nice guy and a cool guy too.
Thank you, my friend. So are you. And
Thanks.
great, continue good luck with your show. It's awesome. I love it. All right, man. You take care of yourself, my brother.
You take care of yourself, man.
All right, rock on.
Stay healthy, bro. Peace.
You too, man. Peace.
Bye. Peace.